Hello guys, welcome to my this video, and in this NGXS tutorial just today I will show you how to dispatch action, or simply we can say how to call action. So if you haven't watched my previous tutorial, so I will recommend to watch my previous tutorial and then watch this video, otherwise you may confuse. So this is the action file, and here you can see how I created this action already. So here is the constructor. If you haven't any idea about the constructor, so after this video I will discuss about the constructor also, then your idea will be clear about constructor. Okay, so now guys, here without NGXS, what we would do, without NGXS we would create an event inside an component TS file. Like here if I open, so I already created a component that is called zoo component, and here inside this zoo component we know when we create a component, so there that time we get a CSS file, HTML file, spec.ts file, but I will ignore here because this is for unit testing. And here you can see component.ts file, so I will open this one. Okay, and I will open HTML file also. So first of all, what we would do in the HTML file, you can see this is the HTML file. So here we would create a input field here like this way, type is the text. Okay, and here I will create a template defines variable. So if you haven't watched my template defines variable, suppose if you don't have any idea about template defines variable, so you can watch my particular tutorial, because I already made a particular tutorial about template defines variable. This is simply like ID. Okay, so this one, and now here but before that, here I will create an BR tag, break, for breaking the line. And now here I will create a button. Okay, button type is button, and now here I will write a click method because I have to be create an event. So click, and here I will write add animal like this way, and button name I will write click. Right, so in this add animal, what I will do, just simply I will pass this template defines variable. What actually I want to do here, what I will type in this input field, so that value I will pass as an parameter. Right, so input dot value, because what I will type in this input field, so that value I will pass. Right, so input is the template reference variable, so that means this input field's reference is this one. Okay, here you can write any name, instead of input you can write ID like this way, anything you can write. Okay, whatever you will write here, so that you have to pass, and dot value means now in this input field's value I will get here as a parameter. And now this method in this particular component TS file, not other component TS file, right, in this particular component TS file below the ng on init, or just here inside this component class, we would call this method. And here you can see in this HTML file I had passed a value, whatever I will type inside this input field, so that I passed here as a parameter. So that parameter I have to be received here. So what I will do here, I will pass a parameter also, name dot string like this way. So now here if I write console dot log, and if I write name and save, and this HTML file I will save. So now what it will be happen, so when I will press anything inside this input field, and after that when I will click the button, so that time this input field's value I will get here, and after that this value will come in this name field, and this name I print it in the console. So that means at the last I will get the value inside this console. So I will show you this one before. Right, this is our project, and here actually this is not showing because I haven't create any route of this zoo component. Right, so I have to be create the route. So what I will do, I will just go to the app routing module.ts file, because I had created this zoo component but I haven't create the route here. So this is our routing, and here what I will write this path. Okay, but before that I have to be import this zoo component. So import, so I will not type here manually, I will not import here manually. What I'll do, just I will go to the app module.ts, because when we create any component using command, so that time it's imported in this app module.ts file. So I will copy from here, and just I will close this one, and simply here I will paste. Right, so now how to create a route. So when path is suppose zoo, that time comma, so component will be this zoo component, like this way we create a route. So now when the path is zoo. Okay, so here if I type path is zoo, so this one, and now in the app component .html, I have created a route. So guys, here just I'm creating a route because I forgot to create a route already, so that's why video it's going long. If you know how to create a route, so you can skip this part, and otherwise you can watch, because someone doesn't know how to create a route. So just simply we write the path name, component, and component. In this path we want to open the component, that is zoo component. Okay, so I have created this route, but this component I have to be open in our app component.html file. So I have opened this app component.html file. So routing path, when we want to open, so that time we just write here router outlet like this way. So now if I open, so you can see input field and button is created, right? So I will close this one app component, so and I will close this routing. So that's why this particular thing, actually I forgot to create the route already. I should create a route already because this video is going long. So now I will open the console right now. So here console is open. So now here whatever I will type in this input field, so and now after that if I click the button, so you can see I'm getting in console what I was trying to show here. Whatever I will type in this input field, so this input, this is working as a reference of this input, so input dot value, so I'm getting in this event, and this event I called inside this ts file, right? So now here I'm getting inside this console. So without ngaccess we would do like this way, but here now I'm using ngaccess. So simply what I will do, just this one I will close, right? And here I will not write like this way, I have to be call this action. I had created this action, so this action I have to be call here. Everything will be perfect. I mean, I don't have to be change anything, just simply I have to be call this action, otherwise everything will be same. So now how we can call this action? So just I will scroll down this page of this official site of ngaccess if you want. So I will provide the link in description. Actually I already opened this one because in my previous tutorial I had shown this topic, so that time I opened this link already, so that's why I'm not showing. Otherwise I will provide the link, so you can go to the description and you will directly redirect. Okay, so here you can see first thing I have to be import, that is store. Store is the class, and this is the by default it's coming from ngaccess, you can see, and I have to be import this add animal. Okay, so now what is add animal? So that I will explain, but store is coming from by default in ngaccess. Okay, this is class. Okay, so here it's written some default features of ngaccess which we need to dispatch this action. So simply I will copy this one, and here just in the ps file I will paste. So now what is add animal? So add animal, actually it's an actions what I had created here. Add animal, suppose here I would write the different name instead of add animal. Suppose I would write here delete animal, so I would import here delete animal. Okay, and here it's showing the error. Why it's showing error? Because this action, I mean this action inside an store folder. If I show, so first of all I had created stored folder in my previous video, here store folder, and after that action. So I have to be write the same path here. So first of all dot slash, then I have to be enter inside this store folder, and after that here actions. Now error is removed. Okay, so now store is then class, so I have to be create the instance of this class. So what I will do, so in the constructor I will write, if you have used services, so that time you know how to create an instance. So simply inside the constructor we write private and then a variable name. Variable name you can write anything, but here I will write store, and the type is this one. This one means this store, right? Here I have passed here, and the variable is store. So here you can write anything, you can write simply st as per your choice. And now here you can see this dot store means, and also here you can see in the documentation is created this instant like this way, same whatever I had created. Here you can see, so same thing it's here in the documentation also. And now this add animal, so add animal I already created here, and the name I already passed here. just simply I have to be call this action right now. So here I will copy this one and like this. So this dot store means this one, dot dispatch, this dispatch method is coming from this store actually. Okay, so this dot dispatch, a new add animal means this one is the class which I created in the action. So now I'm creating an object using new keyword, add animal and name. Okay, so this name, so that thing previously I had shown you in a console name. So now I call this one like this way. So why I call this store.dispatch.new like this? So now is the main thing why I have written like this way, because guys, what is state management you have to be understand. So state management is the middleware, if I simply say. So it's a common thing whatever we will create from any other component. So now in this animal, I mean this, from this zoo component I'm just adding an animal. Suppose from the other component I will delete an animal. So whatever we will do from different components, so that thing I have to be stored in a common places, right? I mean when I will store everything inside and common places, so that time we can get anything. I mean we can get any changes. Suppose from the zoo component if I add animal, and from any other component if I delete animal, so that if I store any common places, so that time we can communicate from these common places from any other component. So that is the benefit of state management, right? So that's that thing. So that's why I had passed like this way. So that means this one it will be stored as in common places. And what is common places? So that time it will come state. So state is the common places. So I already created this state file. Here you can see animal.state.ts file. So this one is the common place. So here whatever I will write, I mean from this zoo component if I add animal, and from any other component, suppose delete.component.ts file or and delete.component.html file. So from that component if I delete this animal, everything it will be stored inside this state whatever I had created. So state, okay, this animal.state.ts. So in the next video I will just show you how to create this state. Okay, actually if I show in this video then it will be more long. Okay, because here I have to be show how to use constructor, because many of viewers doesn't know what is constructor, why I'm creating this new keyword add animal. So here I have added this add animal, and now the when I'm calling this one, so why I have written this add animal. So every many some doesn't know, so that's why I have to be show this one. Okay, and this dot store dot dispatch I'm using because this one whatever any kind of event whatever we will create, add, delete, update, so that I have to be stored in a common place. So that's why I have to be call any method like this way, because in the store class it's written some default features of ngaccess. When I will call this method like this way, so that time it will be stored in a state, right? So how we can store in a state, I mean in this animal.state.ts, so that I will create in the next video. So actually, so now it's a simple thing. Okay, so here we have to be call any API. So that API we have to be write in a state also, and from this state the API will come in an action, and just we will call this action like this way. So this way we can call the API also. In the next video just I will create the state, and after that I will show you how to create API in a state also, and that how you can call this API using ngaccess. That I will also show, but step by step I will show you. I hope it's clear. If you have any doubt, so you can write in comment, or you can write in my Insta ID. You will get my Insta ID in my description, so I will try to solve your doubt. Okay, and the next video just I will discuss about the constructor, and that is the default features of JavaScript. Many of doesn't know what is constructor, because constructor is most useful in the ngaccess. Always it will be needed, so that time you have to be understand what is constructor and why it's the purpose of use of the constructor. Okay, so if you find this video is helpful, so don't forget to like this video, and you can subscribe my channel for getting ngaccess more update.